4 years ago, there was a challenge announced for every aspiring Pokémon trainer, and this was called the Pokémon Wants to Journey Challenge. This challenge was announced and initiated by Crasher through YouTube. Yes, I must admit, I am 4 years late for this, but I was thrilled to take part to this challenge. I am Queen Christianity, and this is what my journey would look like if I was in the Pokémon anime. Now, let's quickly go over the rules of this challenge. First, only one starter Pokémon is allowed. Secondly, only one pseudo-legendary is allowed. Third rule is legendary and mythical Pokémon are not allowed. And lastly, fourth, make a Pokémon team with only 3 extra Pokémon in rotation. Meaning I can only have 9 Pokémon in total. My journey will begin under the warm sun of Alola region, where Professor Kukui introduced my first ever Pokémon, my starter Litten. Litten's characteristic has been very awesome. From the moment we met that day, we started sharing unshakable bond, training hard and experiencing the Alola's culture of trials. It was in Alola where my dream first took shape, to travel the world, and one day I'll battle in the Pokémon World Tournament, the grandest stage of them all. I faced island trials since there were no traditional gyms in Alola. I was able to finish all of the trials and join the Alolan Pokémon League. With each trial, our bond grows and Litten grew stronger. I may have been defeated against Kahunahala, hence, Litten eventually evolved into Torracat. I was then inspired to travel all over the world to experience every league and reach the Pokémon World Tournament. My travel then eventually led me to Cerulean City of the Kanto region, where I met Misty. With Misty by my side, I began my first gym challenge. Facing Kanto region's classic gym leaders, I learned the importance of strategy and adaptability. Throughout my journey in the Kanto region, my highlight battle was against Blaine on Cinnabar Island, where Torracat's fiery spirit defeated his Magmar. I entered the Indigo League but my run ended in the top 32. Still, I walked away with experience and Misty as my new closest friend. I then parted ways with Misty and decided to travel through the Johto region. Traveling to Johto, my bond with Torracat deepens. I was able to capture new Pokémon along the way, forming a more balanced team. At the Johto League Silver Conference, I had my first intense battle against Paul, which defeated me with his Electabuzz. Though loss, it motivated me to grow while continue journeying. Arriving in Unova region, I am reunited with Misty and met new friends. I started fresh with new team while keeping Torracat as my cornerstone. I pushed myself harder than ever in the Virtus Conference, making it all the way to the top 8. Though eliminated, I left Unova with new tactics and a stronger battling style that leaned on trust and unpredictability. Then we came to the Hoenn experiencing contests for the first time. My most memorable moment came at the Evergrande Conference, where my Torracat fought fiercely but lost in the quarterfinals to a tactical trainer using a Milotic. Hoenn was where I began to understand the beauty of battling with style, not just strength. Torracat then evolved into a Incineroar. In Sinnoh, I officially met Dawn, who joined my journey with Misty after a fateful meeting in Twinleaf Town. She inspired me to see battles differently, combining strategy with flair. I then competed in the Lily of the Valley Conference where Paul once again became my wall. This time, my Incineroar managed to defeat his Torterra, but I still lost the overall match. But even though I was defeated, I earned Paul's respect for the first after he noticed my team's battling style became stronger with new tactics. Misty then shared with me about the beauty of Mega Evolution, which led me to the Kalos region. In Kalos, I witnessed the beauty of the Mega Evolution for the first time. Fascinated, I trained to unlock my Pokémon's hidden potential. Alongside Misty and Dawn, I studied bond between trainers and Pokémon, watching Serena and others compete in showcases. We entered the Lumiose Conference, where I had my best league run yet, making it to the semifinals. Though I lost, the strength of my bond with my Pokémons shine bright, providing me had come so far from my Alola beginnings. We then headed to the Galar region where my dream came full circle. The gym challenge system reignited my determination, as each battle brought me closer to the world tournament. Finally, the day came where my dream became reality. I earned a spot in the Pokémon World Tournament. With my friends cheering me on, I defeated powerful trainers and even faced Paul one last time before the finals of the Champion Cup. This time, I narrowly defeated him, proving that our rivalry had pushed me to my absolute limit. The crowd roared as I fought my way through some of the strongest trainers in the world. Every battle was a test of everything I had learned since Alola. I advanced until I stood before none other than Leon, the undefeated champion of Galar. The battle was fierce. Leon, now evolved into Incineroar, stood tall against Leon's unstoppable Charizard. The clash lit up the entire stadium, both Pokémon refusing to yield. But in the end, Leon's experience and Charizard's power secured his victory. Though defeated, I stood proud because I had achieved my dream of reaching the grandest stage and battling one of the world's strongest trainers. Even after the World Tournament, my spirit didn't fade. As I parted ways with Dawn and Misty, I chose to continue my journey and visit Paldea region. I explored treasure hunts and learned about the new Terra phenomenon. And there you have it. That was the brief summary of my Pokémon journey as a Pokémon trainer. Now, if you are asking what would be my goal in my Pokémon journey, I think it would go like, 1. Though this was after my main goal, Paldea became the stage for new beginnings, a place where my dream evolved from winning to sharing the love of battling and inspiring new trainers. I would love training the new aspiring trainers. Sounds like a mentor. That would be awesome. Right? Well then, let us talk about which Pokémons did I use throughout my journey. Starting with my starter Pokémon Leon, which is now fully evolved into Incineroar. I was actually thrilled to have a Torracat from the start. I may never had Torracat till the end, but at least I had her through some of my victories. Next is a Malamar, who has been the weakest turned to be one of the best part of my team. My third Pokémon is Gengar, which I received after trading my Eevee for a Haunter on our way going to the Galar region. Fourth, I caught a Marill while I was fishing through Kanto region, which is now an Azumarill. My fifth Pokémon is Gliscor, evolved from a Gligar that I won from one of a trainer battle in Unova region. Next Pokémon is my ever-beloved Serena, which decided to join my team while it is still a Bounsweet, after helping from a trouble that caught it on my way home when I visit my mom after visiting the Kanto region. Seventh Pokémon that I have is a Scizor, caught while I was passing by the Safari Zone in Johto. My eighth Pokémon is a Tyrant Rum, a Rock Dragon type Pokémon. I gained this Pokémon from reviving a jaw fossil from a lab way back in the Kalos region. Probably my last and ninth Pokémon is Talonflame, the ever-fascinating flying-type Pokémon flared up with a blaze. Next, it's time to talk about who my companion would be. Pretty obvious, it's Misty and Dawn. Misty has been my coach and quite a trainer, while I was still a newbie. She guided all through do's and don'ts of a Pokémon trainer. Dawn taught me how a Pokémon battle should be. A battle doesn't always mean a war, and it's more likely to be a sport that needs to be strategized and apply sportsmanship. Talking about rivals. Right from the start, I had Paul as the toughest of them all. Hence, never in any of my journey I never encountered new face of a rival. One thing I expected in every region is a grunt who wanted to defeat me and run away with my Pokémon. And there you have it. Thank you for watching my video talking about this fun challenge from Crasher. I hope you would have a chance to watch my entry, though I am too late for this. Once more, this is Queen Christianity, and this is my Wants to Journey 2025 entry.